Alright, I'm back. I just recorded the day 3 part 1 of Advent of Code 2020, and I'm going to do part 2. So let's see. Oh, okay, it looks like it's the same thing, but we need to do the problem several times and multiply them together. That's cool. So then it's probably going to be pretty useful that we did a lot of work already. So let's open up, make a new file, and let me open up the part 1 file, because we're probably going to use a lot of this code again. Don't need that anymore. So let me just copy a bunch of this code then. Actually, I'll copy all of it even. Paste it in here. I need to import math, and then we need to define right and down. So I'm actually going to make this a little robust. So I'm actually going to make a new file here called utils.py. And then let me grab this code, all of it, paste it in here, and let me run that to make sure I still get 274. Cool. And we don't need all those prints anymore. So I'm actually going to make a function that does this, and then we can just call that function many times. So let's see, def count trees, data write down. So then what it will do is maybe I'll give that a slightly different name. I'll call it data file. Yeah. And then we just need to indent all of this. Fix this white space. Okay, and I'll give a default argument to this. Should be formatted.text. So then, oh, what did I just do? Data file string equals formatted.text. Oh, it just wraps a line. Okay, that's fine. And then we're not going to hard code this anymore. Instead, I can actually change in quotes. What? Change in quotes. There we go. No, we don't need the quotes. True. This will just be data file. What does it not like? Non-default argument follows default argument. I hate when I hate that thing about Python. Why can you not put a default argument before a non-default argument? It makes no sense. But okay, fine. No. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing with Vim. I'm sure you can tell. Fine, I'll do it in insert mode. So I'll just delete all this. Or you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna give a default argument to these ones as well. So equals 1, equals 1. There, are you happy? Yeah. Then we open up the data file, and we don't need to define right down anymore. And let me just then try to call the function count trees, and then we can return this instead. So count trees data file equals formatted.text, right, or I don't need to give that, you just say right equals 1, 3, sorry, down equals 1. And then let's print that. Return trace doesn't like that. Indentation is wrong. Where's indentation wrong? Right now? Yeah, then it gives 284. Very nice. So let me get rid of that. Then we can just import this function in part 1 and 2. So I can get rid of all of this. And then we just define right equals 3, down equals 1. Get rid of this too. And we just say from utils import count trees. And then we just say something like result equals count trees, right equals right, down equals down, print result. So let me make sure that'll work. Yep. And we can do the same thing in part2.py. Pretty much the same thing. So from utils import count trees, and then all we need to do is this. So I'll just say slopes equals a list, and then that list is going to have, how many of them are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. So the first one is 1, 1, and then 3, 1, and 5, 1, 7, 1, and 1, 2. And then we just say for slope in slopes, right equals slope 0, down equals slope 1. Say trees equals empty list, and we just say tree count. I'll call this tree counts. Tree counts. Then tree count is equal to count trees right equals right, down equals down, and at the end we just say result equals, I'll just write another for loop, result or product equals 1 for count in tree counts, product multiply equals count, result equals product, print result. Will that work? Slope, oh, I didn't mean my slopes, I meant in slopes. Whoops. This thing's out of range. Shit. So that must mean that I fucked something up here. But I think we can fix that pretty easily. I'm just gonna write a while loop instead. So I'm just gonna say I equals 0. And then let's just say while length of data is greater than 0, then we do this, and then we need to do something to get rid of an entry, which I'll just say something like Can you do this? Del data I, and then I plus equals 1. Will part 1 still work? No, it will not. Because I'm deleting shit. Oh, but maybe I can do that. No. Okay, fine. I'll use my mind. I use my brain a little bit, and I'll try to make the for loop work. That is the better way of doing it. For I in range length data drive it down integer division, and we don't need this line. Definitely don't need that line. So part 1 should still work, yeah. So so the reason this doesn't work, when we have down equals to 2, we do want to do it half as many times, but if I go to formatted.py, maybe there's an odd number of lines. Oh, not py, formatted.text. Yeah, there's an odd number of lines. So let's just think about it then. What behavior do we actually want to have for down equals 2? Is that just ambiguous for their problem? Because we need to get to the bottom. Or does it say when it's sort of past the bottom? Is that what they're asking for? Let me read this again. You need to reach the bottom below the bottommost row on your map. Okay. So in that case, a simple way of doing it would just be to add, we could just pad the file with a bunch of zeros. Yeah, let me just do that. So vim format.py right here, or there is a better way of doing it, or I don't know if it's better, but simple way. If I just go here down to line 20, use the data yx if data y, else we just want a list of a bunch of zeros. So 0 for I in range length data 0. Let me try that. So that shouldn't mess up part 1 first of all. Or it does. Invalid syntax. Why is there invalid syntax on line 20? Oh, in utils.py, my bad. Oh, did I just miss like a parenthesis or something? I missed a bracket. So part 1 still works, and then part 2 should hopefully work as well now. No, it says list and it's out of range. Let me see here. Well, let me check if I'm correct in assuming that the one that fails is the one with down equals 2. So I could, whenever the function is called, right here, I could perhaps just print out. I didn't mean to indent that, my bad. No, get back in your place. I could perhaps just print out right and down. Did I seriously mess up the indentation? Are you kidding me? I guess so. How so? Why is all this fucked up now? Oh my god. Is that right now? No, it's still one space too little. Is it okay now? Let me try running it on part 1. Yeah. Part 2. Yeah. No, wait, so it fails on 7.1? Really? Why would it fail on 7.1? I didn't anticipate that. Okay, let me try to just add a bunch of, yeah, add like 10 to that scaling factor. Then it seems to fix it. So that's probably the problem then. But why do I get 1? From part 2. That is not supposed to happen. I mean, that almost definitely cannot be the answer, right? But if I go here and I'll print out tree count every time I get it. Oh, and then let me get rid of this annoying print. Yeah, so these are all the counts. That's the first one, I recognize it, and then it's saying 1, so I must have just messed up the code that's supposed to multiply them together. Product equals 1. Oh. No, wait, what? That should work, shouldn't it? 4 count in 3 counts. Oh, wait a second. I didn't append tree count. Yeah. Tree count dot append tree count. Boom. Is that the right answer? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, right answer. Cool. So why does it not work when I just add 1 here? Let me try that one more time. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Okay, what if I add 2? Then it likes it. So it's just an off by 1 error. I'm not gonna bother trying to think why I had to add 2, not 1. I'm not gonna bother with that right now. But I'm sure it was just an off by 1 error. And again, it doesn't matter what you add here. I just tried earlier to change this to like a really big number and it worked, so. All right, day 3 completes. 19 hours for the next one. All right, yeah, like I've said before, I'll put all this code is in my Git repository. I just need to push this last one and it'll be there. I'll put the link to the GitHub repository in the description if you want to take a look at it. And if you watched the video all the way, thank you. All right, signing off.